Dude,
Very good.
that New York weed is hardcore. I can't do it, man. It's just so, I'm like, I got to do like micro dosing.
Yes.
Hey, so I'm curious, how much CBD do y'all push each month? Like y'all like I'm thinking like a drug dealer would be
Right,
like, man,
bricks. How many bricks, y'all?
How many bricks is there? Well, I got a backpack. I'm going around. I'm weed.
Hey, I'm Armando Leduc, producer, film actor, and owner of Leduc Entertainment. I have chosen a life off the beaten path and wanted to find others that are doing the same. Spaghetti on the Wall is a show based on all of the years that I've thrown spaghetti on the wall and nurtured what stuck. We will share fun stories, ideas, tips, tricks, and more. Welcome to Spaghetti on the Wall. Buenos dias, gente! Welcome to another episode of Spaghetti on the Wall. I felt like I had to speak Spanish come over here in Texas. So, Ben Sanchez and Jerry Sauceda are in the house.
Salceda. I mean, if you're going to be speaking Spanish, bro.
Sauceda.
Well, you said Sanchez, right? So
Sanchez was correct.
that was correct.
There you go. I appreciate that.
Yes.
I like him already.
Sanchez. No, Sanchez.
What's up, dude?
Not much, man.
Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me.
100%. You're going to have to be all up on that microphone. Make love to it.
Check 1, 2.
There you go.
Make out with it.
Because otherwise, if you talk right here, it's going to be hard to hear. Yes, but you can. Nice. I don't know where that microphone's been.
It's been in my mouth now.
Just know that. Go Green Botanicals.
Yes, sir.
What that is?
What that is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a CBD hemp-derived dispensary right there in New Braunfels, Texas, located right before Buc-ee's. And we've been killing it since. I mean, it's going on 5 years now. So I guess you can say the OGs.
So
you can't hear me.
CBD's been, getting really, really big, based on all of their therapeutic properties.
Yes.
What do you use it for? Do you use it?
I do. I use it daily. I also started taking CBG as well, along with my CBD. So I've been using it for high blood pressure, cholesterol. ADHD, kind of refocus a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. No,
CBG?
No, CBG is more for wintertime, kind of boost my immune system since winter's coming around, flu season. But overall mental focus and clarity too as well.
Really?
And energy.
And it works.
I love it. I love it.
Like you got the balms and the pills and the...
We used to carry the bath bombs. Every now and then I'll get it. But yeah, I got the pills, the liquid, the smokables. So
you can smoke it too?
Yes.
So yes. Jerry was telling me that that you guys get sometimes banned off of social media. Is this true?
All the time. Like it's never ending. I don't know how many profiles I've had to create, Facebook pages I've had to create because of our industry. But even when I first started off, banking was the same exact way. I got shut down by banks within a week. So I started telling them, being upfront with them, like, hey, look, this is who I am. This is what I do. And so they're like, okay, we'll try it out. Well, now they're charging me high fees. So it is what it is. I mean, as long as I get to store my money somewhere besides my house.
So the banks were trying to tell you no.
Yes, no. And we would disguise it. And then a week later, they'll shut us down. They discovered, hey, nope, this is what you are. No, we can't do that.
Really?
So no, it's not opening up a normal business. And this is actually kind of our first incorporated business that we've opened. We've always done like soul props before this, but no, then we just kind of jumped the gun and let's just do it. Let's just open it up. And the struggle's been real. Marketing struggle has been real. I mean, I can't even do Google AdWords. I cannot purchase them. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I mean, yeah, so we got to be really creative.
I guess that's probably why there's a lot of people in your industry turning to crypto.
Yes, but crypto's down too right now.
Yeah,
so,
crypto's down as well.
Yeah, so we're like,
sure.
We'll just hang on to our cash and just kind of just go with the flow that way.
Are you into crypto at all?
We have some investments in crypto. Yes, our incorporated business is in crypto.
What do you think about crypto? You think crypto's the future?
The way it's going, I mean, it's not going anywhere. All I know that. I mean,
right.
Yes, it's down. It's not going anywhere. I mean, that's just my opinion on it. Just the outlook on crypto. I'm not a savvy crypto investor or anything, but kind of dab a little bit and understand the concept. So got to throw our money in in it.
Oh yeah. What about you, Jerry? Is crypto the future?
Dude, I don't touch crypto at all. And even though I've
Really?
been in finance and insurance for almost 10 years now, I mean, I just think it's one of those things, at least for me. And again, like you said, Ben, everybody's got their opinions on it. I think it's super speculative, and without me being like informed, I wouldn't be in a position, at least, to be telling somebody else, hey, here's what you should do or not. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it is the future. I don't know if it's in the near future because of just how volatile it is.
What's near and what's far? What do you think is the near future?
I'm saying
3 years.
Where I think, I mean, you look at countries who are adopting it as far as like their currency and stuff. Like, I don't know if I'd be in that position to be safely. Like, if I was living in that country, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to start adopting and use it as my daily currency. Like, I probably wouldn't feel that safe about it. I'm not saying like that near future. Like, if the United States next year was like, hey, we're going to start using crypto, I think I'm all right. Like,
really?
I would still throw a little bit of money in it, just a little. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
I personally have a little bit of Ethereum, but you know what? But
there you go.
Like that's it. I mean, I'm not nowhere near it, and that's what I would say if I was talking to someone right now from a financial perspective.
Yeah.
But I'd just be like, hey, unless this is completely discretionary extra. But if you're like relying on this in terms
No,
of
of course not.
Right,
yeah, I don't think
right.
that's for sure.
And we're not relying on it.
But that's where I see people, right? Like, if I was to say near, like if you're like, hey, in the next few years, you're going to make some purchasing decisions based on this, you're going to try to go out and like do something with this money, I'd be like, I don't know if I'd trust that yet.
People are getting rich.
They are. Some of my suppliers, there's actually a Las Vegas supplier that I've been buying some of my products through. And they have an option on their website for cryptocurrency to purchase. So, and he's big time. He's not small. He's actually one of the biggest national brands out there, and it's called CBD Hemp Direct. And we've been buying from them for years already. And yes, he has an option for cryptocurrency, to purchase from them. So I haven't really picked his brain on it. I mean, he's always welcomed me in every time I go. He gives me a tour of his whole facility. Cool dude, real cool dude. But I haven't really picked his brain on why did he add on that feature to purchase his products using crypto yet. But I think I'm gonna have to do that real soon.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm gonna shout him out. There's a company I work with called Fat Cat Killer, and they just Jesse knows them. They created a payment processing system called Killer Pay. Biggest reason they did was because the hospitality industry, primarily strip clubs, is that they would have a lot of chargebacks because these people would be going to the strip clubs and they'd be asking for their money back once they got home, right? I guess maybe because the wives saw it. And so now they're like, well, if you wanna dance or whatever, you're gonna have to pay through this coin. And then you'll be able to pay for it, because then once the transaction's over, there's no chargebacks, right? Like in crypto, it's like, that's it. Fat Cat Killer or Killer Pay is the processing system, and then they have obviously a coin that's associated with it, which the utility for it is going to be, the processing system. So anyway, take a look at that, because it's I think they just went live on the actual processing system, and if it goes, man, that I think it's a worthwhile something to look at. I'm not telling you to invest in it, because that would be me giving you financial advice, and I don't do that. I am not a financial advisor. However, take a look, because it's something to look at. fatcatkiller.com or killerpay.com. Check it out.
Sweet.
Because I think I'm trying to dabble, and I got another client who's a crypto client. FIO is what it is, and I don't know if you know anything about crypto, but you have a crypto wallet, right? With 16, 17, numbers and letters and stuff, and that becomes your crypto wallet address. Well, what FIO does is it takes that number and it creates a @Jerry Sauceda, right?
Right.
And then that way you don't have to use that long ass 20. Yeah. It's like the domains back when it was the .com era.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like that, they were buying that. So something else to look into. FIO. .io FIO protocol. So check that out. Anyway, I only say that because I know with them that they also deal with a lot of dispensaries and people in your business. So I was wondering, but banking, you said you were able to get
Yes.
You were able to get some banking, and they're cool with y'all now.
No, they're very cool. I mean, again, they charge us an extra fee. So
What's the extra fee for?
Because it's a high risk industry. So they're going to charge us an extra, and it's just an extra $30 a month.
That's not bad.
It's not. I mean, it's
high risk in terms of what though?
Yeah, I guess just the high risk of me probably selling actual marijuana. So, or, something.
And then somebody comes in and goes, you're doing something illegal. And then they take all their money, and then therefore they're like, oh, well.
Because it's kind of hard to distinguish the difference between hemp and marijuana. So, and so right now they don't have a way to distinguish it.
What is the difference?
What's the difference? Well, one's high levels of CBD, the other one's high levels of THCA.
But they grow in the same environments?
They can. Hemp just grows a little bit faster.
So why aren't we, can't you use hemp for like a bunch of other things too?
Yes. And that's the reason why it's federally legal, because you can use it for clothing. I actually have a hemp shirt.
Is that a hemp shirt?
No, this one, unfortunately, is not a hemp shirt. But I do have one awesome hemp shirt. I mean, it's so comfortable now. I've had it for 2 years. I mean, it is great. Hempcrete is also another one, so you can build houses and stuff with it.
Hempcrete?
Yes, wow. Hempcrete. Yes. Hemp plastic. So.
And it's biodegradable.
It's all biodegradable, fireproof. I mean, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
Or fire resistant.
So why, how'd you get into this? Why get into this?
I've always been a stoner since high school. I've always just had a passion around weed. But I mean, also having an entrepreneur background as well, doing other things before that, we saw an opportunity open. And so we did. We just jumped the gun and we did it. It was scary at first. Yeah, it was scary. I mean, especially opening up your first actual incorporated type business. But on top of that, having opening up in a very conservative town of New Braunfels.
Is it conservative?
Very. But I think it's opened up a lot. I think it's opened up a lot more. And but I mean, we're now seeing Republicans actually kind of jumping on the Texas Teacup program, and they're
What's
like,
the Texas Teacup program?
Well, that's Texas medical marijuana program.
Really?
So they do have one. It's a small THC cap, very small, 1%. And I had a Republican, reach out to me, and he was like, "Hey," and he knows my parents, so he knew, who my parents were, and so he wasn't someone, and my parents knew him, so it wasn't just someone that we didn't know, and we just introduced ourselves. But no, we kind of knew of each other, I guess so to say. And he was like, "Hey, man, I used to sell pharmaceuticals. I'm retired from that. I joined the Teacup program, and wow, this thing is, I can't believe this thing actually works." And so he wanted to dive in more and see what he can do about pushing legalization here in the state of Texas. So we're kind of rubbing elbows a little bit and trying to figure that out.
How far are we from just this becoming widely adopted? Because, I mean, Biden is talking about, I know Biden's super popular here in Texas, by the way. But how far are we from this thing going legal, across country?
I see it happening federally more so than in the state of Texas. But even if it happens federally, I think Texas can still put some very strict restrictions on there.
Really?
Very tight restrictions on there. So, I mean, we just got to start in our backyard, which is what I've been doing. I mean, even when I first opened, I've been doing cannabis walks. I'm there holding a sign that says "Honk for weed, free the weed." Bringing awareness. Did it in San Antonio, one of my locations in San Antonio. So, I mean,
how many locations do you have?
Well, we're down to one. We had 3 locations before the pandemic, and so we're down to 1. So we shut the 2 in San Antonio down during pandemic, and focused on our website and delivery.
Oh, so you guys deliver?
We do deliver.
That's cool.
In New Braunfels and the surrounding areas, and it's actually doing really good.
So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty dope. So you said you have smokables?
Yes.
What's in the smokables?
Flower, vapes, vape juice. So
that has THC in it?
It's got hemp-derived THC, because that's a thing now. Being that hemp is federally legal,
right? When
they legalized it back in 2018, it opened up to where they can do more studies on the plant, figure out more compounds that's out there, and they discovered Delta 8 THC, Delta 10 THC, and comes to find out it actually is psychoactive. It produces a high, and that's what people are looking for, is that recreational high effect. Also pain management. Some people want the pain management effect on it, so it is a hemp derived THC, and it's and people are really enjoying it. So you can smoke it, you can eat it, You can take it under the tongue with oils.
What's the difference between that Delta 8 and like actual weed?
Delta 8 is a lot lighter of a high, so it's great for beginners. You know, a lot of people get paranoid with Delta 9. You know, they still get all, paranoia that starts kicking in. Anxiety kicks in on some folks with the Delta 9.
Is Delta 9 the marijuana? Okay.
Yeah, marijuana. And Delta 8 is just more of a lighter, calmer high. It's minus the anxiety. It's minus all that. So it does produce a high. Yes, you are going to get high on it, but it's more controlled. Like you can function on it versus sometimes it's a non-functional component like Delta 9.
Yeah. So, weed turned on me, man. I used to be able to smoke all the time, and then like now it makes me so paranoid. I can't even do it.
Got to try out the Delta 8. Man.
Maybe the Delta 8.
You might like it.
Yeah, I might. Because like, man, it was just it just to the point where it's just like not even an enjoyable experience anymore, you know?
And that's what we don't want. We want you to enjoy it. We don't want, you know, to have that paranoia effect. We don't want someone to be like, oh, wow, okay, this freaked me out. I'm scared. No, we want you to
come back.
We want to give you an enjoyable experience. So, you know, we'll walk you through. I mean, a lot of places don't. A lot of places will not sit there and walk you through on how to microdose versus macrodose. And it's all about the microdosing and taking your time so you get that really good experience or get that pain management out of your system.
Talk to me about the pain management.
Oh, THC is phenomenal for pain management. I mean, it's CBD, as CBD is an anti-inflammatory property. Mm-hmm. THC has pain management properties. So a lot of people are using veterans are using it for pain management. That's actually one of the biggest reasons they use THC is for pain management. But it's phenomenal, man. I mean, it helps take the pain away.
So what's your goal with this business? You looking at expanding across Texas, or what are your thoughts on that? What's your
expanding
what's your goal?
Is always an opportunity. I mean, if an opportunity for expansion comes around, yes, we'll definitely expand. Our goal is to, you know, once legalization comes around and convert over. So having a few little shops, great, and then just convert over to once it becomes legal.
How much money can somebody make in this business?
Just like any other business.
Yeah.
You can make a ton of money. You can make no money. So it just all depends.
Really depends on how you run the business. How did you get your business running abilities?
Just doing it. I really don't have a background. My parents weren't really entrepreneurs. I really don't have an entrepreneur background. Growing up, we're just the type of folks that just going to go out there and get things done. I mean, just doing it, to be honest with you, and making the mistakes and not being afraid of them.
How many people you have on your team?
We got about 9 people on our team.
That's cool.
Yes.
That means everyone from working inside to the delivery.
Yes.
You have an accountant?
Oh yeah, we have an accountant. We have a bookkeeper. She actually called us on the way up here because she forgot her password. But
good times.
Yeah, too much THC for her. No. But no. We have all that set up. Like I said, we are in an incorporated business, so we do have everything in line. We have all our books in line, so if we ever get audited, it's nice and clean, ready to go.
Right. Do you guys have drug test policy for your employees?
Yes, and it has to be a high percentage. If not, they can't work it.
You're like, you're not high enough.
Be on there.
Hey, what's going on over here?
It's required.
Jerry over here is so sober, bro. How dare you show up to work in this condition? That's awesome. I've got some questions for you here.
I was curious about that as you were talking about, because you asked that question with the pain management or things like that. I think there's probably a lot of people maybe that were like myself, or I even think about my parents or close people that I know that might be the reason that they might consider using something like CBD is for alternative uses, medicinal and things like that. But as I think about maybe, hey, if I walk into a shoe store and I'm a runner, right? And I'm like, hey, I'm trying to find the right fit for me, like to go through that process. Like, what do y'all do for that person that walks through the door that's like, hey, I've just heard about the CBD thing, but I know nothing about it. Like, are y'all like consulting them, or are you leaving it up to them like, hey, you just kind of figure it out?
So we do consult. Yes. I mean, we get our experiences from education expos over the years, our experience through trial and error as well, even on ourselves and on our own family. But yeah, no, they come in, they walk through, we are consulting them. We're asking a ton of questions. We do mix and match a few things together and let them try it out. and kind of get back with us. We make sure that they start small and work their way up gradually. Again, we want that great experience for them. And we do have the consulting side of things for them.
I got a question. Are you? Is there anybody in your industry that's sort of like the juggernaut? That's like, you know, setting the bar for everybody else.
Us?
Yeah, are you?
No. I mean, I don't know.
Like, if somebody wants to like get into this business, is there somebody that like, you know, sort of mentors other people in this, you know, to navigate the waters and mentorship for, you know, for people in this organization?
There's definitely programs, just like there's programs in the real estate investing side with hey, you know, let's flip this house, use other people's money, let's do a tour bus, all that good stuff. There's definitely organizations and companies that actually do the mentorship like that, that you can pay for and, you know, get that mentoring on through.
That's specifically for this business.
Yes. That's for the cannabis business. Yeah. And they tour around different cities. You can hear them on the radio, just like you hear we buy houses, we flip houses, you know, come learn how to do it, zero money down. I mean, there's also the same thing on the cannabis side as well. Want to open up your own CBD dispensary, let us show you how.
That's cool.
So it's definitely out there.
All right. I was just wondering, if I wanted to, how hard is it to run it?
I mean, mine is the marketing and the banking industry and the merchant processing industry. It's just like running any normal business, retail business. You know, the only struggle is, again, it's just the marketing aspect, and, you know, again, the banking aspect of things is, you know, trying to search on those and, you know, be more creative on the marketing end.
Why are you seeing such pushback from, like, you know, marketing efforts, I guess, Google and stuff like that?
Because you can't distinguish the difference between hemp and marijuana still.
That's the biggest reason.
And since marijuana is still a Schedule I drug.
Still, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Federally.
Federally, yes.
So if it gets legalized federally, then
it'll be more easier, just like hemp is. And there's a reason why they've been doing studies with hemp and discovering all these other new cannabinoids that are coming out.
Where do you think that line is in terms of what gets legalized and what doesn't? Where do we stop?
No one knows, because Texas already tried to outlaw Delta 8 itself.
Really?
But the people won. We fought back.
Dude, why do people want to like squash the fun? What's the problem?
No, they want to keep the fun.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But like other people were like, no, we're gonna outlaw this. Why do you think people are trying to outlaw the fun?
Because that's what it is. It's the fun.
It's the fun.
They don't want to have any fun.
It's like that movie.
They don't want to have any fun.
Right.
Be robots.
What would be the first steps if I wanted to open up a business like this where I'm at?
I mean, just connect with a peer that has the experience.
and the connections to get the stuff, right?
Yes, because I don't buy through distributors anymore. I buy direct. Being, again, one of the OGs here in the country, I buy direct from the manufacturer because I built that relationships with them. And so that allows me to be able to have my, what do you call it? Higher profit margins to be able to afford to open up more and keep going from there. And then we can guide you from there.
How much money do I need to open up a place like this?
It only took us in the beginning. It only took us about maybe $50,000 to open. But
to get a place.
But that was in the beginning, though. That was definitely in the beginning because it was so new. We're the only ones opening, and so everybody wanted to be, get a piece of the pie on that CBD. They wanted to try it out, and so they're like, "Wow, okay, yeah."
So you opened up, took $50,000. That was rent, getting inventory,
shelving, all the good stuff, merchant processing, and and then it just picked up from there.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's cool, man. I want to open up another business. I don't know if it's
like, see you taking notes over here, right?
It's like, all right, well, how, and the reason why I'm asking you about like mentorship and things like that is like, would love to have a franchise brand sort of deal. You know what I mean? Where it's all like, all right, Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Boom. This is what you need to do, you know?
And so a week before the pandemic, we were actually at a franchise trade show in Austin because we already had 3 locations collecting data. So we could have the blueprint for and the model to be able to franchise out Go Green Botanicals. And so a pandemic hit, of course, just like everyone else. We're like, okay, what do we do? Paranoia started kicking in for ourselves too. Okay, what do we do? Okay. And so, but yeah, no, we were on the verge of working on franchising our model, our brand. So is that still up on the table? Of course. Let me just open up a couple more corporate locations and collect data and have a better blueprint.
Yeah. I think that'd be good. Otherwise, the sports clips I might open up. I like the sports clips. I like the, yeah, I know. I know you're looking at
I
my
know.
head.
I'm looking right
But I
at
do.
you.
You know,
like,
look. You go there, they buzz it out. But I like the hot towel that they put on your face, and then they do the massage, and then they like have the massage that they. Have you been to a sports clips?
No, because I go to a mom and pop. My sister is a hairstylist and barber, so I've had to hook up on haircuts for my entire life.
Yeah, no, the sports clips is really cool. It's really cool though. I like the, you know, the steps that they go through, and it's like, okay, now you're doing this and you get this and then you get that, you know. So it's all part of that, like that customer journey. So, you know, whatever I can do.
I
is
might
just
need to
like,
go try that out then.
dude, it's great. I love it.
I mean, we have one. New Braunfels has one.
Yeah, they massage the face.
I never knew that.
They do the whole, you know, and then they have the massage
Could I bring my
massage
own,
gun and stuff, and you put it on the back. And
Could I bring my own THC and CBD massage oil?
I'm sure they, I'm sure they would.
Okay.
I'm sure
There
they
you
would
go.
like
There
it.
you go.
Well,
Use
maybe
this.
that's the case,
Hey, so
right?
Go
Maybe
Green can
that's-
start implementing that. Y'all just do it right there in your shop.
Well, even when I get a regular massage, I always take my own oils, massage oils.
Really?
Do you?
It knocks me out.
Does it?
Yeah, it's nice. It's relaxing, very relaxing.
So it seeps through the skin rather than, you know, through the digestive tract, and it has the same qualities.
A little different. It doesn't really penetrate through your bloodstream unless it's a transdermal cream. Then yeah, but it's just a topical, so it's going to help a lot of the external inflammation that you might have, and just relax the. Can I say the word? Hell out of you.
Yeah. Dude,
So-
have you tried this?
No, I haven't tried it.
Well, you
But
gotta
it
try
sounds
it.
like I got to try it though.
You do.
Like, that might be the thing that I've been missing.
You do.
Are you married? Is
Yes.
this your wifey?
This is my wifey.
How long y'all been married?
Yes.
Let me see. You're not wearing a ring.
It's tattooed. It's tattooed.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. It's tattooed. Okay,
Yes.
so that's more commitment. I'm 7 years.
19.
19 years?
Yes.
Damn.
19 years.
Did y'all meet in high school?
We met at work.
Eh,
Her first job. I think it was my second job.
really?
She was 16.
What was it?
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
And so we had a rehearsal dinner there too. That was cool.
You had your rehearsal dinner at Wendy's? That's awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's
Wait,
cool.
was this the one in New Braunfels?
The one in New Braunfels.
Oh
yeah.
wow!
Right
I was
down
just there the
46.
other day. And
Yes. And so the same manager still works there that hired us.
wow.
No shit.
So yeah.
Damn. So what? So y'all met. Did you like her first? She like you first?
I think she liked me
It was
first.
love at first sight. Was it? Did you pursue her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was too shy.
Yeah, and then you had to pursue her. You all got kids?
I actually had a bald head as well.
But that was a chosen thing. See,
was
this is. I have to do this. I have to do this.
Yes, mine was chosen.
Yeah. I hate people that have hair that shave. I'm like, why?
Why?
You have hair?
I'm right in between
so-
both you guys. Between
I'm
Ben
so
and
jealous
Armando
of
at this
it.
moment.
I'm so jealous of it. But no, good hair for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You guys got kids?
Yes.
How many kids do you have?
3 kids.
And how do you manage the work-life balance?
There's no secret sauce to it. There's no secret sauce to it. But we manage. We manage. I mean, it wasn't for the business and working on being an absentee owner. It kind of helps. Being able to go vacation. Like we're actually this Saturday we're taking our son to New York.
Cool.
A couple months ago we went to go take our daughter to Disney World.
Y'all are going to be in New York this weekend?
We're gonna be in New York. Are
Me
you?
too.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Weed's legal there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My friend. I got to connect you with my friend. She has a company. Yes, we'll connect after this. I'll put you in contact because they're called Flower Power, and they just got picked up. They just got a huge cash infusion, and so they do delivery of like actual marijuana around New York, and so there's a whole
I wouldn't mind feeding off each other because we've been doing delivery going on 3 years now.
Yeah.
So no, I wouldn't mind feeding off each other.
And she has they have the same problem with social media as well. It's like they try to some things and then they get taken off, and it's like, man, all right.
Which is interesting because I feel like New York has a lot more regulations with a lot of other industries, but marijuana seems to be something that's, or at least to some extent, acceptable. So that's interesting. I mean,
dude,
very good.
That New York weed is hardcore. I can't do it, man. It's just so, I'm like I got to do like micro dosing.
Yes.
Hey, so I'm curious, how much CBD do y'all push each month? Like y'all like I'm thinking like a drug dealer would be like, man,
bricks. How many bricks, y'all?
How many bricks? Well, I got a backpack. I'm going around. I'm weed.
Like how much in a given day or like a good week, month? Are you?
Well, CBD has actually kind of since it's everywhere. Even HEB's picking it up. Your local Walgreens are starting.
HEB's picking it up.
Yeah, no, HEB's been some locations actually selling CBD. So what's been popping more
on the south side?
Yeah, south side. Actually, New Braunfels too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, New Braunfels has it. Walgreens have it. It's more the Delta 8 THC now. That the THC Delta 10 THC. That's actually what's picking up. Because you're not going to see any stores like that pick up THC.
So that's maybe that's what we got to hop on before it gets legal. Is that okay? Like the brand, right? Like Marlboro is, you know what I mean? Like that brand.
Yes.
Creating, getting together with some companies that can, provide the service, and then you package it right, and then change it up to like get it out there. Because I mean, that's a lot of those components, especially like. Shampoo and things like that. It's got the same shit in it. You know what I mean? Right. It's just packaged differently.
So I'm curious, do y'all have y'all's own like Go Green special type of CBD or line or product? Or
no, the model that we have, we're actually a multi-brand store. So we actually go and find national brands and we feed off of their marketing because they have a ton of money. I mean, for them to be able to market on a national level, that we can tie into that. So that's kind of one, and I'm giving away the secret here. But that's kind of one that we've, implemented in our model is stay a multi-brand store.
But you know how like Sam's Club has everything, but it has
but we don't.
the Kirkland's, right? It's Kirkland's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kirkland's.
Kirkland's, but so you could obviously sell everything else, but then like have some that are branded with, with Go Green.
And we did do that too. We did do that with the CBD gummies, but like I said, we're gonna, as of right now, we're gonna shy away from that for now, and we're just gonna stick with being a multi-brand store in the meantime.
Well, because it probably has its own sort of regulations and stuff too, right? When you have your name on something,
and if something happens, because right now still, again, marijuana is still federally illegal in the state of, in the U.S. So and that can change. That could definitely change, and then you'll see Go Green everywhere. Or maybe have a totally different name. That's gonna be
so what happens in that case? Like you get pulled over and I just have a CBD sitting in a baggie or something. Like and how does a cop test to say, like you said, to be able to differentiate and be like, that's actual marijuana or not? Like
there's not a test to be able to differentiate what's marijuana and not. But
really?
There's a test on how much, if there's THC in it or not, and then they can take you in that way if the cop feels like doing so. Most cops that I talk to, they're ready for legalization.
Is this decriminalized here or no?
Well, San Marcos is actually working on a ballot for decriminalization. I think Austin already has decriminalized. Killeen is doing the same thing. Dallas is doing the same thing. San Antonio has decriminalized. Collecting signatures for New Braunfels is being in the works too, so that we get New Braunfels decriminalized for a certain amount.
That's cool.
So
as they should. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
So too.
Yes, ridiculous. The fact that they're still, the fact that we're still putting people in jail for weed.
And yet California has restaurants, high-end restaurants infused with THC and, or Colorado has a fitness center, a gym where you can smoke before you work out and after you work out and during you work out. So Texas.
I know, right? There's like, dude, over there, they've like, it's a whole industry, man.
Yes.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's a lifestyle now.
Have you been out there to Colorado?
Yeah. Now I was about to say, so I was in Denver and I stayed at a hostel and they're like, oh, well, out on the patio, it's definitely like smoker friendly. And that was like the thing to do. Right. Like, and I was like, wow, it's like built it around this entire like culture, like for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Vancouver. I remember it was 2007 actually, and I was in Vancouver, and over there you could smoke legally, and you go to the the shops and everything like that, and they just they'd lather the joints with that like the oil and stuff like that. I was like, good Lord, they got it down over here, boy.
They do.
They're fucking crazy.
Got it down to the science. Yes.
So I'm definitely a proponent. I just can't handle it as much anymore. I don't know.
In our old age,
I gotta show y'all. I gotta show y'all. Y'all can handle it. I gotta show you guys.
I guess, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Well, cool, man. Tell the people over here where they can find you.
You can find us in New Braunfels, 2090 North Interstate 35. We're Suite 4106, located right before Buc-ee's on the access road, and easy to get to. So come on down, come check it out.
Hell yeah, man. Ben Sanchez, Jerry Sauceda.
Signing out, baby.
Thank you so much for being here, y'all. We've had a good time, and that is our show, Spaghetti on the Wall, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Leduc Entertainment for all of your digital marketing needs. If you need a video, if you need social media, if you need any of that, we got you. And you can always catch Spaghetti on the Wall anywhere where you can find a podcast. Spotify, Apple Music, Google, Anchor, we're everywhere, baby. Check us out and follow us, and we'll follow you back.